Welcome to Blitz Bling, the LSU Sideline Series, where deep tradition meets game day glam. Host Bunnie Cannon, daughter of LSU's legendary Heisman winner Billy Cannon, and Yael Lofton, who's worked in LSU football operations for nearly 4 decades. Both bring their extensive experience to the show with history and insights into the world's greatest athletic program. You'll have a sideline seat to the most electrifying show in college football from 2 people who have been on the inside of the program since 1987. They'll talk to the coaches who've shaped dynasties, former players chasing greatness, the fans who bleed purple and gold, and the behind-the-scenes MVPs who make it all sparkle. It's tradition, it's pride, it's legacy, and it's grit, all with a little shimmer on the side. So buckle up, Tigers. This is Blitz Bling with Bunnie Cannon and Yael Lofton.
1, 2, 3, set up!
Welcome to the future of skincare and plastic surgery at Stevens Plastic Surgery and Skincare Aesthetics. Our newly renovated location combines the latest technology with advanced treatments to deliver results you can see and feel. Stevens is setting a new standard in skincare and plastic surgery, offering personalized care, precision procedures, and a space designed to inspire confidence in every patient. Experience the difference today.
Welcome to Blitz Bling, the LSU Sideline Series. I'm Bunnie Cannon.
And I'm Yael Lofton, and today's episode is extra special because we're talking about the most famous tiger in the world, Mike the Tiger.
But first, we have to say we have a sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Stevenson's Plastic Surgery and
Woo-hoo.
Aesthetic Skincare. Anthony Stevens is the best.
Yes, he has done stuff on both Bunnie and I,
Yes.
I should say.
He did my eyes, and although the reason I like him is because he'll do it, and it's so subtle. Nobody's ever come up and said, oh, you had your eyes done. But it makes you look less tired.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he didn't do my eyes. He did my boobies. But, you know, we weren't showing before and afters of that because my boobies before were quite horrendous. But I do need to say he did save one of my boobs because I got into some trouble because this was my second time to have a lift done. And he saved my right boob. So shout out to Dr. Stevens. He was so caring.
Well, he's amazing. I do have
love
before
him.
and after photographs if you'd like to see.
Yeah, we're not going to do
No,
my
not
before
gonna do
and
your
after,
boobs?
But
Okay.
hey, you know what? He's great. Go see.
Well, speaking of boobs, we're still looking for Hooters to come in as a sponsor, too.
Yes,
So there's
shout
that.
out Greg Gibson. I'm coming after you.
So Ginger Guttner is the Associate Director of Strategic Communications at the LSU Vet School, where I work.
A lot of words.
And she does amazing tours, but I think her biggest claim to fame is she is the voice of the real Mike the Tiger.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming, and tell us a little bit about what you do with Mike.
Yes.
So I serve as the spokesperson for Mike 7, and previous to that, Mike 6, and the mascot program. So that has 2 facets to it. One, media relations. So Mike gets media requests. They're
Love
usually,
that.
yeah, it's hilarious. So it doesn't matter if the request comes into athletics, the president's office, LSU marketing communications, all of those outlets know if it's about the live tiger, they need to send that to me. And then I coordinate it. Either I do the interview myself or I arrange for the veterinarian or one of his caretakers to be there. And then the other part of it is I do his social media, which requires posting for him 7 days a
Which
week.
I love.
365 days a year. So I always joke with people that means Christmas, Thanksgiving, when my daughter graduated from high school. If I'm sitting on a beach with a big glass of tequila in front of me, I am posting for the tiger. We have to do it every day. Wasn't always like that, but we had to make some changes, and now it is every day.
So
It's demand. Yeah,
take
people
us-
want to hear it.
Take us through the history real quick of the mics.
Oh, all the mics?
Well, not all of them, but just how it has evolved, because
Yeah.
he's quite the figure.
So I can probably do this reasonably quickly. Mike 1 arrived on campus October 21st, 1936. Prior to that, we had paper mache tigers,
Ooh.
which opposing teams and opposing teams' fans would, it's paper mache. It's easily to destroy. So a group of people from athletics decided, we need to have a live tiger. And so they started a campaign. One of those people was cellist Mike Chambers. That's why he's Mike. He was, I believe, an athletic trainer for LSU football back then. And all of the legend has it that all the students chipped in a quarter, and for $750, they bought
Wow.
Chic from the Little Rock Zoo. So he lived for 20 years. 1956, I believe we got Mike second. There's some controversy there because there were 2 number 2s unofficially.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's not a secret. It's in the there's books about him, but um, uh, so we got him from the Audubon Zoo. They said he was upset about how bad the football team was doing, and so they said he wasn't acclimating well. So he was sent back to Audubon. But when he returned, his weight was different and his stripes had changed, which doesn't happen. I mean, weight,
No.
yes, but stripes are like fingerprints. They are unique. Like I can look and tell you which Mike I can tell by their stripes.
Yeah.
So but in any event, however you want to view it, Mike 2 only made it for 2 years. So then we had Mike 3. He came from, I believe, the Seattle Zoo. He lived quite a long time. That's when the veterinary school took over. So the veterinary school was founded in 1968, took its first students in 1974. They graduated in 1977. So in 1976, the veterinary school, that's when we took over for athletics, taking care of the tiger.
Gotcha.
And so he passed away. We got Mike 4. Mike 4, I always get 4 and 5 confused. One of them came from, I think, a sanctuary in Alabama. I think that's 4. 5, I think, came from Busch Gardens, or I could have those transposed. Full disclosure, I don't have it memorized. And so Mike 5 was the tiger that I first, came to the vet school in 2004 when I got there. And, he passed away in 2007. And up to then, I really didn't do a lot. Dr. Baker was very, I don't want to say possessive, but very protective of messaging. And I didn't understand it at the time. And of course, after 20 years of working with him, I absolutely understood later. But I remember him telling me, "You don't talk about the tiger." I was like, "Okay, like this, okay."
It's not a secret.
Well, no, but he wanted to be the only one to publicly speak about the tiger. And then when Mike 5 died, I remember I sent him every media question. I didn't answer the questions. I forwarded everything to him. And finally, at one point, he goes, "Ginger, can't you do some of this?" And I'm like, "Yes, I can." And so we eventually got to where, I don't want to equate it to a marriage, but it really was a very symbiotic. I absolutely knew which things to send to him, which ones he would never do under any circumstances. He hated what he called Disney answers. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes, national news outlets want to do like fun stuff.
Yeah.
And Baker did not enjoy he wanted to tell you, here's what he eats. And to his credit, taking care of an endangered species, the only live tiger mascot is a big deal. And there are a lot of people that don't think we should have it. So I absolutely respected that. But I would do hey, can Mike name all the Mikes in the country? And they would list through, pop culture, like Michael Jackson. I mean, I took those interviews. He did not. He did one interview once from the point of view of the interviewer's cat.
Oh God.
It was fine, but he didn't play along. And so it worked. But after that, he would go, "This isn't the cat guy, is it?" And I would go, No. And that's when I learned to ask them, what tone are you looking for? Like, how do you see this going?
Yeah.
And if they were like, we want it to be like, who would win in a fight, Mike or Bevo? Okay, Ginger takes that one.
Yeah.
Because he would be like, Bevo is a longhorn. There is a food chain. Which is basically what I said, but with more fun.
And if anybody knew Dr. Baker, that is exactly what he sounded like, because he was very, very,
Very
scientific,
serious.
very serious, but he loved Mike. I mean, when Mike got sick, I mean, you could absolutely tell that he was distraught.
Well, he kept a lot of that. I mean, he's a very private person, and he got asked quite a bit how he was dealing with it personally, and he never answered that question publicly. Yeah. He would always divert it to how surprised he was by the number of people that either had cancer or were affected by cancer because of a family member or a friend. And he said he didn't expect how touched people were. He thought, I knew people would be upset Mike was sick. I didn't expect so many cancer survivors and people affected by cancer to come forward and say how inspirational it was that LSU chose to treat, Mike 6's cancer.
Yeah. In my experience being around the Mikes, the one that ended up dying with cancer was very playful, and he would interact with the people that walked by, and he was beloved. The one before that, beloved as well, but he was really an ass.
Well, okay, let's cut him a little bit of slack. He lived most of his life in the habitat from 1981 until 2004. That was not a good.
He didn't have the palace.
I mean, I would give him a little grace on that.
That's true.
Also, for example, I've had people tell me, well, the other one went to every football game. Well, yeah, because his habitat was. I mean, I'm not saying that's why I couldn't ask him.
Yeah, I
but like
understand.
a different place. Whereas,
I
Six
didn't
was
think
like,
about that.
well, let me go. I can sit in my trailer for 7 hours, or I could lounge by one of my 2 pools.
Yeah.
And my stream and my rock.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but and also they're all different. The personalities for all of them have been very different.
I would sign every waiver in the world if they would let me just
And
hug him.
No, and you are not the first person to tell me that, or the first person I've had to destroy your dream.
Yeah.
No,
The dream killer.
the dream killer. You may not, in fact, hug him.
So tell us about Mike. What does he eat?
Oh, good Lord. Okay, so sorry. It's just I have a joke that I have these top 10 questions, and
that's
that
one
is
of
that
them.
is one of them.
Well, you could go through the
No,
10
no,
if you'd
it's
like.
fine. So he eats, and this is going to sound so, but it's very important I say it this way. It is a commercially prepared feline carnivore diet. So anyone that has seen the meat art, I know it looks like hamburger meat. It has that
I
consistency.
love the meat art, by the way.
Me
We
too.
can also talk about that. So it has the consistency of ground beef, but it is a mixture of beef byproducts. We buy vitamin E. We put that in it. Just the same little gel caps you get. They just shove them in there. I think we put vitamin B. I don't know which one in it. But it is meant to nutritionally replicate what a tiger gets in the wild. So for years, zoos gave large predators muscle meat, steaks and roasts, and not good for their kidneys. And so the way Dr. Baker explained it was a tiger in the wild gets its salad when it gets to the herbivore's intestines. So it does get, you know what I mean? It does get different things. It's not just about eating meat.
Yeah.
And so it's meant to nutritionally do that. He also gets a frozen oxtail once a week. He eats it bones and all. It is frozen. It cleans his teeth. He doesn't care. It's a treat.
What is the popsicle? The frozen thing. Have you
they-
seen that? It's like a bucket. Looks like a bucket of ice cream.
So they freeze goat's milk.
Oh.
He gets go. I'm also his personal shopper. I should have added that as like a little other duties as assigned. Anyone that's familiar with LSU or frankly any corporate or structure, there are rules about what you can buy in certain accounts. And Mike does have a PG code. He has an account, Mike the Tiger. He has a budget. It's through athletics, but anything that we can't buy through LSU's accounts, I have to buy for him. So I have to buy his goat's milk, his essential oils. He's a bit of a bougie tiger.
I love it.
Occasionally special rakes, just
Toys.
toys. Yes, I have to special order it. All respect to pet companies, but you don't just go buy a Kong for Mike. So we have to special order his toys from wildlifetoybox.com. And if you ever want to have a moment to yourself and enjoy, it's super fun. They sell things for stuff in zoos.
Those balls are huge.
Yeah.
The one of them weighs 60. I weighed it 67 pounds, and then the biggest one I ever bought him weighed more than 100 because I forgot I ordered it. Remember during COVID, like things took long to yes, supply chains, and also you order stuff, and I don't know about y'all, but I come home and like, ooh, Amazon, and I don't remember. And Mike 5 for a year off exhibit while they tore it down and built it. And then Mike 5 moved in 2 days before Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Oh, wow. So August 27th, he got introduced to the habitat and, never looked back.
That was gorgeous.
So it's 14,000 square feet about in the yard. He has, as I said before, 2 swimming pools, a stream, it's grass, limbs and rocks and
Comfort rock
bushes. Well, the comfort rock's newish. It's that was between 6 and 7, Mike 6 and Mike 7. But lots of stuff. Matter of fact, when we first got it, I don't know if you remember, Bobby Grand was the PR person for Taft back then, and she used to call me once a week and just say, "Ginger, he ate another bush," and I said, "Well, Bobby, you have all the money. Buy him another bush, or don't reply. I don't know what to tell you. I can't go down there and say, pretty please don't eat the bushes. I mean, you're welcome to do that. You would have just as much sway with him as I do." But for about the first month, she was very upset because he kept destroying the foliage. And I was like, do you have cats? Like, do you understand? He doesn't care.
Yeah. Wow.
And again, you just spent $3.5 million building it. Put in another bush.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it just that was fun, and I loved working with her, but that just absolutely cracked me up. I was like, okay, noted.
What are some of the craziest questions that you've got? And before I forget, though, we have to talk about the caretakers because they're the ones that really
do the heavy lifting. My stuff's decorative.
Yeah.
So he is assigned 2 veterinary students for his daily care. It is a 2-year job. It is, I tell people, it is the coolest student worker job on campus, but it is the one with the most responsibility. Yeah. You're working with an apex predator. Also, I don't think people realize, I mean, I know I joke about my posting 7 days a week, but that takes me about 5 or 10 minutes a day. Yeah. Their job takes 1 to 4 hours a day, and it's 7 days a week, and one of them has to be within 30 minutes of Baton Rouge all the time.
And that's for 2 years.
And it's for 2 years. Wow. So they have to.
Vacation.
That's a lot. No.
Well, they can take vacation, but they have to schedule it.
Yeah.
And so, for example, the 2 that I had who graduated in 2024 were best friends, and they couldn't go out of town together.
Yeah.
And I think they used to.
Yeah.
And so, one of you, and so they have to plan their entire last 2 years of vet school together because that's when you're in the hospital. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if it's me and Bunnie, if Bunnie is on surgery, I should not be on emergency. Because emergency means I may have to be at the school overnight or 12, 13, 14 hours. Same thing for Bunnie. Surgery is a very time-intensive service. Well, Mike does not care. He would like to have dinner.
That's right.
He's not concerned about our petty scheduling problems.
That's right.
We need to figure that out. So, and no disrespect to these services, but like at dermatology or ophthalmology, those are typically outpatient things. They're appointments. If I'm on one of those, I'm probably done at 4 or 5 o'clock. Whereas that would be a good time for Bunnie to be on emergency, on surgery, on equine medicine and surgery, because those are things. Horses don't colic at 2 in the afternoon; they colic at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, you have to be able to work all of that out, and your vacations, and what would you like to do for the holidays? Yeah, because my mother would like to see me in Texas. That's right. Now
Christmas, Thanksgiving, everything.
We've been fortunate that the last few sets, one of them has been a Baton Rouge person, but still that means on Christmas Day you have to leave your family and still go do it. Mm-hmm. And they have to work all that out themselves. The veterinarian they're grown-ups and they're professionals and they have to schedule all
what
of
a
that.
labor of love. I mean,
absolutely.
That really is incredible. And the
Dedication.
time that they spend with that and they know him.
Mm-hmm.
Mike knows. And when you go, if you haven't been to the habitat with Ginger,
I haven't.
you need to do it because he comes directly to her and starts making this funny noise.
He chuffs.
Oh
It's
my
a greeting.
gosh.
It's
I love that.
that's
so
a good
cute.
noise.
So do they purr like I have cats? I love cats.
They don't purr. The chuff is the closest you're going to get.
Do it again.
Is that close? That sounds pretty good. No, okay, never mind. It took
snorted.
I will even say that my chuff is probably substandard. We'll work on it. We'll work on that. It's a little weird.
Yell it.
No. Just people will think y'all have a problem. We'll work on it off air. Off air. But it's a greeting and it's a hey, how you doing? It's and he does it to lots of people. I mean, there are a lot of people that see him every day. He chuffs at a lot of people, but yes, he does know who I am with caveats. I think I've told you. I've learned now that when I meet media there, I have to hide until they're ready. Because one day I was meeting CBS Sports and I beat them there by about 10 or 15 minutes. And he practically tap danced. He came up to me, all the things. Then he went and laid down and they showed up.
And that was it.
And that was it. I chuffed at him and he gave me an over the shoulder. I got a, what?
He can have an attitude.
No, he gave me an over the shoulder like, girl, we did this. Yeah. We're done. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I did not tell them that he was just like practically, doing all the tricks and all, not tricks, but.
So you have to hide, like you can't go out there early. You have to wait.
No, I hide behind a column, which is so childish and silly. But I have to make sure he doesn't see me unless one of the caretakers there. Now, if a caretaker's there, because as awesome as I am, those are his people.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's his girlies who feed him. So that's a whole different level. So if Bailey or Maddie are there, I 100% don't have to hide. But otherwise I have to hide until. But it also still cracks me up. There was one time ESPN was getting me in frame and he was kind of behind, but over my shoulder. And I told them, y'all need to hurry because if he moves, I can't get him back. And they're like, yeah. Sure enough, the second they said ready, Mike, it was almost like a cue. Mike got up and walked off. And they went, well, And I went, that I told you to hurry.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get him
People
back.
forget he is.
A
An
cat.
animal, yeah.
I mean, he's a tiger.
Well, and a cat.
Cat,
Yeah.
yes.
They
They're
don't
very-
respond to voice commands. So
No.
Somebody said something to me, and they said, "Well, I don't know why he can't do whatever it was." And I said, "Do you have a cat?" And they said, "No." And I said, "Okay, next time you go somewhere and you see a cat,
Yes.
just scream at him and see what happens."
Yeah. Or try to put them on a leash and walk 'em.
Yeah, try to walk 'em.
Try that. Yeah. So
yeah, that
different.
would be unsuccessful.
No.
So what else? What else do you do on behalf of Mike? You do interviews. You do social media.
Like I said, I'm his personal shopper. I have to shop for him.
I love that.
Does he have anything that he doesn't?
Too bad he
like?
doesn't wear outfits.
I know.
Oh, no, I can't even imagine. He doesn't like catnip. He doesn't like. None of them have actually. All the caretakers have tried catnip, and he doesn't care for it. They do like different smells. Like Mike 6 liked Tiger Balm, which is like an Asian Bengay.
Like Vicks Vapor Rub or something.
Well, no, that's different because this one likes Vicks Vapor Rub.
Okay.
So
how
6
funny.
liked
How funny.
Tiger Balm, and he liked peppermint. He did not like cinnamon. This one does like cinnamon. Likes Vicks. I've had to buy Vicks,
That is
which
sometimes.
this cracks me
And
up.
you don't just buy a little thing of Vicks. You got to buy a big thing.
Well,
of
no,
Vicks,
I mean
right?
just a little one because they just kind of put it around. It's for him to. It's like for him to hunt smells.
Okay.
So like they'll go put the oils like out in the yard, and he has to go find them. You know what I mean? So it's for his enrichment. But they oh God, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about the Vicks. But it's just very interesting to me that they have their own like likes
Does
and
he go
dislikes.
like rub in it or something? Like
A little bit, and they'll use it like so they need him. They often need him to stand up so they can look at his belly to examine him. Now again, there's always bars or some kind of gate, but they'll rub it, on the top, and he'll go up there to lick it and smell it. And so while they're doing that, they can look and see if there's anything weird going on. As they give him kind of like a visual exam.
they did a dental exam on him recently, or a once over, and there were like
Oh no, teeth cleaning. We
like
cleaned his teeth.
there were
Heck, I
like-
did
Do
anything.
you have to sedate him? For that?
15 veterinarians that are
It
all
was-
looking at. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, it was okay. So that was fun. So we had ophthalmology because Dr. Carter looked at his eyes. So she was there. I believe Dr. Camacho was. I have a picture. I should know this. Anyway, so opto was there. They had 3 people. Anesthesia was there. They had a whole team. 4 or 5, maybe even 6 people. Then of course his veterinary team was there. So Dr. Stout, Dr. Burnside, the 2 caretakers. I was there just to take pictures and document. And then of course the dentist and her technician were there.
Wow.
So it was 13
That's
or 14
a
people.
A lot.
So
of people.
anytime we're physically touching Mike, he's sedated.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. That's what I figured.
in his night house, there's two
Two areas.
areas that he can be, and he can like rub up against the side, and you could actually feel his fur. But
Yeah, so you can
Mm-hmm.
as he rubs, you can you don't put your hand through.
No.
But you could hold it
So I
on
mean
the
I've
side, yeah.
touched him, but I've
Yeah.
touched him like this.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's air conditioner in there, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
It's
love
climate
that.
controlled.
That's awesome.
What's interesting is when you're in the night house and you look through the window, and all of a sudden he looks up because he knows you're in there.
Because
Uh-huh.
he's nosy.
He's adorable.
Oh,
I know
I bet.
he's a tiger, but I really would sign every waiver I could if I could just hug him just once.
No, Bunny.
What are the
No.
chances?
I need you on Blitz and Bling.
Okay.
No.
Well. So let me think. What else do you?
When he's sedated, maybe you could hug him.
No, so that's
You don't
actually you
get
were
to
asking
do
me
that
about the
either?
weirdest questions. So
Oh yeah.
many years ago with Mike 6, and this was before he was on social media, so it would have been before 2010. And so before social media, I would get calls. People used to call each other on their phones.
Oh, yeah. It's a
And so
rarity.
it's amazing how these things work. Like, see, here's mine. It's got tiger stripes on it. Anyway,
Love it.
so I'm nothing if not on brand. And so a woman, first of all, I knew it was going to be bad when she said, "You're the 5th person I've talked to."
Oh,
Okay,
God.
that's
Okay.
going to be a
I
good
get
one.
those too.
And then she says, "My name is," and it doesn't matter what it was, "and I'm not crazy." Well, first of all, if you start like that, you've already lost. You have just told me you are, in fact,
You're crazy.
a little
off.
off. So, okay, you're not crazy. Proceed. And she says that she had a dream, and in the dream, she knew that if she didn't hug Mike, she would die. And that she would sign a waiver because she knew he'd probably kill her, but it would be okay because she would get to touch him before she died.
Okay, now I
Okay,
see how
Bunnie,
bad
that's
that
you.
sounds.
Okay,
I
now
get it.
I didn't want to say that, but you asked
All
this
right.
question, so this is what you
Yeah,
get.
there you go.
Well,
Bunnie.
everybody knows I'm a little off, so,
So, well, at least
That's
you
all
didn't.
right.
You don't announce it. You leave it. It's a surprise.
it's a surprise.
It's a mystery. So then I proceed to how can I put this? There gets to be a point where you deal with these calls that I always tell people, like, I can talk anyone off the ledge, most people. And so there's a tone that you take, and you're very calming, and you're like, well, ma'am, that's lovely. We all love the tiger. Unfortunately, as you say, you would be hurt or killed. So of course we cannot allow you to do this. And she says, well, how about this? And this goes, now you're on the hot seat here, hon. She says, what if you put him under anesthesia? And then I could come and he wouldn't hurt me. Y'all are just 2 for 2.
That's what I would do.
It's the same person. I just want you to know, this is the bucket that you're in,
Yeah.
just so you know. And I said, well, that is an interesting idea. But, and while I'm not a veterinarian, whenever anyone is under anesthesia, they tell everybody there are dangers. And with tigers, there are very specific parameters we have to follow. We would have to concentrate on the medical reason for the anesthesia. So, of course, I could not allow you to do that. Also, if I let you do it, I have to let Bunnie and 9 million other people do it. So, unfortunately, no. And then she just said, well, I just need to see him. You can see him whenever you want. So then I gave her directions to the habitat.
That's good.
That's hilarious.
That was a good one.
I
I've
love
also been asked, oddly, on more than one occasion, who would win between a lion and a tiger. And again, when you get so used to talking to people that are either, I'll just say, crazy or pissed off, because those are the 2 calls I used to get related to the tiger. Again, you're just very calm and very logical. And so I would actually go into great detail on how, they live on different continents. So unlikely that they would run into each other. But if they did, it would depend on gender, weight. And I would go into this long thing. And then I don't know if you remember Herb Vincent, who used to be an associate athletic director.
Yep.
All the love for Herb.
Love
He
him.
works for the Southeastern
Yes.
Conference now. He and I still are in touch. I told him that story, and he goes, Ginger, tigers always win. And I went, oh, I could have said that. Instead of this very logical reason
could've just said the
about
tiger.
like gender and weight and experience and territory and I went way into
dove
the
in.
weeds.
She
You
did a
dove
deep
into that
dive.
one.
But
Yeah.
I just got so used to handling those things that way. But Herb Vincent gave me the best answer was tigers always win.
Gotta love her.
Wasn't there some kind of challenge going around about how many people could fight the tiger? I saw this on
Oh, it was
TikTok.
a TikTok
some,
thing.
some crazy mess.
I don't know.
Tiger is going to kill you.
I feel like I don't know if it was Mike 4 or Mike 5, but they put a big rope in the habitat and let the other end on the outside. And it was one of those you use for tug of war, like one of those that's like, 6 inches. I don't know. I don't do math,
Yeah, like
but
a
like
ship
a
rope.
big, not like a rope. You're just like a piece
Yeah.
of cable. And they had football players on the other side, and the tiger won.
One.
The tug of war.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I think it's talked about in one of the books.
So what does he weigh?
400 pounds, about. It fluctuates. I mean, like with people, but his fluctuates a little bit more. So he'll weigh less in the winter because his metabolism goes up to stay warm. But it's 400 is what we try to keep him at.
And he eats once a day?
He eats at night, and it's 10 to 15 pounds.
Wow.
So each one, so is when I said commercially prepared feline carnivore diet, it's like a 5-pound log. So he'll get 2 to 3 of those.
So the reason we
I don't.
started this podcast was to look at people across the university that do great things and never get noticed. So who cleans up his poop?
His caretakers. You are a janitor and a pool boy.
Wow.
So
Thank
they
you.
have to clean out the pool filters. And so if you've seen the habitat, the night house there's a tower on one end. The whole arch under that tower is nothing but the pump and filter system for the
Okay.
pools. Yeah. It's a bunch of equipment. And when you go to veterinary school, you don't expect to have to be an engineer. And not that they have to know, but they have to know enough.
Enough to not to break
not
it.
not to know like, oh, that's wrong. We need
Yeah.
to call facilities. And so they do that. Like, janitorial does
Wow.
not come in. They have to clean up, and the world is his toilet.
My favorite post is on Thursdays when the yard people go in to clean up. First of all, I would be scared to death to go in there and clean up the yard, even if he's in the habitat. But the post where he's just sitting there looking up saying, oh, it's yard day or something like that. They go in, they clean up.
Well, he's kept inside. You know,
Oh,
so
my-
he's not
So
out.
if
I don't
he's
think it's
eating 10
OSHA
to
approved.
15 pounds of meat, he's pooping out that
Sure.
probably.
Yeah.
So we're talking like
A lot.
mounds.
So when
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not using like you're not going in there with like the reverse doggy bag on
Yeah,
your
you
hand.
need a
No.
shovel.
This is as I said, I have to buy like it's a pitchfork rake combo.
Yeah.
I don't ask questions. I just do what I'm told
Yeah.
and I
but
buy
you know
it.
what? He's Mike. I would do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I've been
He's
told by so
beloved.
many people if we sold his poop as fertilizer, we
Oh,
could
they
make so
would.
much
Oh,
money.
yeah, yeah.
But we don't.
Oh,
But,
I didn't think about that.
well, but here's the thing. So we LSU really tries not to profit off of
Right.
having
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Some
I understand
other
that.
some other schools monetize their mascots, and Bevo, lots of other ones. They'll do photo ops and events. He's an endangered species. It's a whole
Right.
different thing, and so we just don't do
We
that.
respect our mind.
And we only
Right.
get them from like habitats or sanctuaries. We don't.
So the first 3 were purchased from zoos, but that was 1936 to 1958.
Yeah.
So whole different time.
Oh, absolutely.
4, 5, 6, and 7 have all been donated. LSU has said it will never purchase another tiger, but we will continue to provide a good home for a tiger that needs one.
And they get
And-
the best care. I mean, the
and
vet
so-
school is amazing.
Like Mike 6, I can't speak to Mike 5 because like I said, one of them came from Busch Gardens, so they're still open. But like Mike 6, the sanctuary in Indiana where he came from, they closed a year, maybe 2. They just couldn't afford to stay open.
Yeah.
These are nonprofit, and the laws vary so greatly by state. It's fascinating. And then Mike 7, that sanctuary was under order by the USDA to find homes for some of its animals because they're like, you're going to lose your license.
Yeah.
You have too many. So that he absolutely needed a new home.
What do you think the cost is I know like to feed him, but so his habitat's probably
That's the biggest expense.
$4 to $5 million, I guess, to build.
Well, that was 3.5 million in 2000,
So, yeah,
2004. So you'd probably to recreate that facility now is probably 10 million.
And then to repair it and to fix it. So you're looking at about $1 million or $2 million a year
So
just for the facility.
the biggest expense, I'm almost positive, and please know this is my opinion, is maintaining that facility.
Yeah.
It's all of the greenery, which, as we know, he doesn't care about.
Yeah.
It's been made mention. I know there's a great post I did one time where one of it's Dr. Carr now, but she's squatted down and you can tell she's looking at him like how your mom looks at, and he actually looks like, and she says, he ate another bush. This is why we can't have nice things. Like that's what we posted that day. Because
the humor that she puts on there, I mean, it's
I
hilarious.
know, but yeah, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Love
the
it.
pools, like I said, that's nothing but a bunch of pumps and
Yeah.
So to maintain all of that, he's got a comfort rock that has a fluid that runs through it that makes it cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So that expense I can't even imagine. I have no idea what it costs to run that.
Yeah.
His regular expenses are going to be his food. The toys last. I like every couple of years. I think I buy him a new toy.
Boy.
Now, but those are $600.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
mean, well, like I said, it's sizable.
Yeah.
And I got fussed at because I didn't warn
120
people
pounds.
that it was heavy. It's like, Ginger, what did you order? I don't know.
A toy.
Oh, well, that's right. That's Mike's
Toy
ball.
for a 400-pound tiger. It's
But you
gonna
know,
be
who has
heavy.
a tiger? You know.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, there's only 56 universities that even have a live anything. And most of those are dogs and horses.
And so people take care of him. You know, we take care of him, but don't throw your confetti. Don't
Oh, gosh,
put
confetti.
the things that fly up and will fly into his habitat. Think about it when you're there because he's beloved and we want to keep him happy and healthy.
Well, and we've got a license. You know, we don't just get to have him because, look, we got a nice place. The USDA, we have an exhibitor's license. They do random inspections. You know, we have to, that gets renewed.
Yeah.
So the care that we give him is scrutinized.
Well, Ginger, I think Yael's going to take you through what we call the lightning round.
Oh,
Yes.
lovely.
But before that, I just want to tell you, I work with you every day at the vet school, and you do an amazing job. Thank you for what you do every day,
thank
honestly. Thank you for taking the tours because she is just, if I have somebody that's important, I let Ginger do the tour because she knows all the science behind it. She knows why, and she's hilarious, and people love it. So thank you for all that you've done for the last 20-something years, 30 years at LSU. And also, you are a adjunct professor in
An adjunct instructor. but
adjunct
yes,
instructor at the
school.
manship school.
I love that.
So,
multi-talented.
Yeah, so she's funny and she has substance.
Yes.
So thank you.
All right, so these are just some quick fun questions.
Ooh, lovely.
What's Mike's favorite enrichment item?
That's a tough one. I want to say the essential oils, the smells.
Love that. All right. Does he really like swimming as much as we all think he does?
Yes, he's in the water every day. It doesn't matter if it's 28 degrees or 92.
Unreal.
Love that. What's one word you'd use to describe Mike from your perspective?
Goofy.
Goofy. I love that.
I'm
so
sorry.
cute.
Okay, well, I'll let you go, but I was going to compare Mike 6 and Mike 7.
No, do it.
No,
do
do
it.
it.
Have
So
at it.
I get asked a lot what the difference is. And I always say, Mike 6 was so elegant and regal. Now, he was 2 years old when we got him, which is like almost an adult. And Mike 7 was 11 months old. But I think if you could put Mike 6 in a seersucker suit, he would have worn it.
He would have worn it. I love
And Mike
that.
7 is more cargo shorts.
Oh, I love it.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
They're serviceable.
I love
But
that.
he's very cargo shorts.
And Mike 5 was a tank top, and he sprayed
Well,
everybody. So he just,
once 7 discovered he could spray,
Yeah.
it was on.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, be careful, everybody.
yeah, Ginger says when you go up there, even though he's looking at you, he can turn around and spray in a heartbeat.
Now, when we're talking about spraying, you're talking about going to the restroom? Is that what
It's
spraying
not
is?
it's not all urine. It's
Okay.
it's how cats mark things.
Okay.
So if he ever turns and his rear end is like straight on facing you and his tail goes straight up,
Move.
left or right, don't just move. You need zigzag pattern. You are avoiding a sniper, so don't go back.
Okay.
It goes far.
Well, and she did get a phone call about
That's
a lady
amazing.
who was sprayed, and two
Oh,
weeks
no,
two
she-
weeks later she smelled something.
She
what was
came. It was a woman came to the school, and my phone was blowing up. Security, other people. Ginger, there's a woman here. She's very upset. You have to come to the library. And I was in a meeting with you, and I believe 2 members of the legislature and our dean. So I'm like, okay, I'm reading my phone, trying to pay attention to this very important meeting because I'm going to give a tour after. And I think I leaned into you and I said, I have to go to the lobby. And so I go out there, and there's a woman, and she's just sitting on the bench. She doesn't look upset. She also looks dry.
But didn't you smell her before you got to her?
First I walk up to security and I said, y'all, okay, I'm here. And very smooth. Okay, that's her. So she stands up and I smelled it. And I have been around a number of people who have been sprayed. I myself have managed to avoid it, knocking on all of the things.
Yeah.
And so I have never smelled it on someone a day after, and it had been a day. So I just assumed it had happened earlier, and she was still wearing the clothes, but it had dried. Because I have, never mind. Let's just say I've stepped in his mess and had to leave my shoes outside because my dog was not having it.
Yeah.
My dog was like, I don't know what that is, but that's not inside. So I had to leave my shoes outside so they could air. So,
Wow.
it had happened the morning before. She had told me she had showered 3 times, and I'm just sitting there going, oh, wow. Like, and as I told her, we're not medical doctors. I can't give you medical advice. But she also told me that she put her face down at the fence, and he got her full in the face. So I said, okay, again, not a doctor, but you got fluid from another species in areas of your body that have holes,
Yeah.
pores.
Pores. Yeah.
I think you should go to my chart at least, right?
Yeah, go to
Contact
your
your
chart,
doctor.
Go sit in the sauna and get it all out.
Sweat it out.
Ooh, but also don't put your face down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a. Never mind.
No, I
just
mean,
don't
people
understand.
like to be very
Yeah,
close.
Yeah.
I'm
All
sorry,
right.
finish. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I tell you, but Mike the Tiger isn't just a mascot for all of us that live and breathe purple and gold.
Yep.
He's a symbol of our pride,
Mhm.
and thanks to your team and the LSU Vet School that take so much good care of him because he is thriving, and we love that and we appreciate that, and we just appreciate you being on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, exactly. We
I
love
like
it.
talking about the tiger.
I love it.
He's
I know.
he's
I've got to come do
goofball.
the feeding one time, though. I'm going to do that. Maybe Bunnie can go with me. I want to see that. I think that would just be life-changing for me.
Well, we don't let people in the back.
Oh, poot.
Sorry. Well, here's the thing. Tigers are solitary. Like, if
Okay.
you've ever been to someone's house with a cat and you never see their cat,
Yeah.
just amplify that by 400 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that he does sleep in the front of his habitat is huge. But we try to keep the night house for it's like his space.
His part.
I mean, I'm not saying
That's like
people
I don't everybody
never
come
go
in
back
my
there.
bedroom when they come
Well,
to my house. It's
kinda.
my space.
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
we've
get it.
had news outlets. Everybody wants to film the meat art. No.
No.
First of all, it takes 2 to 3 hours. No.
Really? You don't have like a something that you just
No, there's no mold. They freehand all that.
Really?
I mean, we bought them a projector, so it projects the picture. Though,
they can
I'm even more impressed now.
I shouldn't say this, but I have Ole Miss already. Because I encourage them to do it like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because if you need a do-over, like whenever I don't, like when it hits Friday and I'm like, where's the meat art?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're doing it tonight. I'm like, oh no. I mean, it's always worked out, but I'm always like, oh, okay, we're going to do it. We're doing it the night before.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
I'm
impressed.
Well, no, they do it by hand, and the caretakers do it. That's not in, and it's not in the job description.
Yeah,
so when they get selected, I'm probably the first person outside of the veterinarian that they meet with. Like I email them to congratulate them. I go, oh, I need you to come see me.
Yeah.
Because I have to go over things with them that have nothing to do with their primary directive, which is to keep him happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Right? So they come to see me. I talk about social media. I ask them very nicely to text me every day to let me know he's out and send me photos. Yeah. They don't need to do photos every day. I encourage, give me 2 or 3 times a week. And that way I always have spares. Or do it every day, whatever is better for you. But just in the moment, if you think about it, do it. But if you can't do it, I always have extra. Not in their job description. They absolutely do not have to do it. And I make sure they understand that. Yeah. Meat art is not in the job description.
But how fun.
But I
everybody loves
beg, and they do. And I've offered to help. I've offered to bring snacks.
I'll do
whatever.
Order pizza.
I will do whatever. I will all the things, right? But I have been very fortunate they've all done it. And then I talk to them about things like, again, things they're not going to think about. Like, people are going to notice you have keys. He knows who you are. You're going to get approached every time you go. They're going to ask if you're do you work with him? And they're going to ask you, I was like the top 10, they're going to ask you these 10 questions. Yeah. You cannot sigh. You cannot roll your eyes. That person doesn't know that this is the 9th time today you've been asked how much he weighs.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to be pleasant. I know it's hard. Believe me, I get it. You do this for 2 years. I'm on year 21.
Yeah. And
so you have to be. It's new for them. And then I kind of give them tools to politely extricate themselves from, shall we say, the more overzealous fans.
Yeah.
Because I said you will find yourself there for an hour, and I know because.
And they won't let you leave.
And they won't let you leave. And so I give them some phrases to get themselves away.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when I have this meeting, they're like, and they're so vet school students. They're so tightly wrapped. They take notes, and they're like, oh, like you can tell this is not. They're thinking like, I've got to feed him this. I've got to move the food from the freezer to the fridge. Like there's SOPs, right? There's everyday tasks, and there's housekeeping. And I'm sitting here talking about these sort of nebulous, you're gonna have to deal with people that just want to ask you. Will talk to you for 10 hours if you don't remove yourself in a nice way. And so they're okay.
I love that.
Well,
thank goodness they have you.
And thank you for doing everything you do. You may have to come back on because we didn't even talk about Mike Six and his cancer treatments at Mary Bird. And
oh goodness, yeah,
and
that was incredible.
Yeah, everything that the vet school has done for him, and and athletics and Tiger Athletic Foundation. Everybody works together, and if it's for Mike, I've never heard anybody say no.
Yeah,
so,
thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's like, like I said, if Taft gets a call from ESPN, they'll be like, oh, no, we don't do that. That's Ginger.
Yeah.
I love that.
So this was Blitz and Bling.
Blitz and Bling, yes.
Brought to you by Stevenson's Plastic Surgery and Aesthetic Center.
Yes. Welcome to the future of skincare and plastic surgery at Stevens Plastic Surgery and Skincare Aesthetics. Our newly renovated location combines the latest technology with advanced treatments to deliver results you can see and feel. Stevens is setting a new standard in skincare and plastic surgery, offering personalized care, precision procedures, and a space designed to inspire confidence in every patient. Experience the difference today.
You've been listening to Blitz and Bling, the LSU Sideline Series with Bunnie Cannon and Yael Lofton. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an inside look at LSU football. Share it with your fellow Tiger fans and join us next time for more stories from the heart of Death Valley with loads of sparkle.